I am a manifestation coach, so my focus is primarily on manifestations and how to get you to recognize your manifestations, knowing that all is truly within. But if you're ready to speed up your manifestations, you need this information right here. The High Level Conversation is a 10-minute segment that was created for those who are ready to experience expansion. You're ready to go on to the next level in your life and understand this whole thing that we call life. The High Level Conversation with Manifestation Coach Keyonna Divine is shot podcast style. Now, this is only for your convenience because it does allow you to listen at your own comfort level. It's aired on Saturday morning, so maybe you're laying in the bed with your boo thing, or maybe you're getting dressed to experience a beautiful Saturday with your family or your loved ones. Either way, it makes it real convenient for you to tune into your high level conversations and even perhaps invite someone. If you're flying high like we are, we love to have your energy. We don't take no mess during the high level conversations because we're ready to experience expansion. This is the game that we call life, and we're figuring out together, co creating together on how to play it strategically. Here, we get a little deeper than the normal content that you will see posted on my social media pages, and we do unravel topics that have become taboo for our generations and the generations after us. We are expanded individuals now. And I must make you aware that many of our conversations do cross the path of biblical theology. What we do is try to make sense of all of this thing that we call life. I want to welcome you. Sit back in your seats, relax, tap into your intellectual mind, and let's get into this high level conversation. Let's get high, baby. Disclaimer, this is a high level conversation. This is not for the mediocre or the basic person. If you are one of those individuals, I do have content available on all of my platforms for you. However, this is for those who are intellectuals. Welcome to your high level conversation. I am your manifestation coach, Keyonna Divine, and today we're going to get into a topic that might make you raise your eyebrow a little bit. But don't worry, we're going to keep it safe, we're going to keep it classy, and we're going to keep it very informative. Before we get into any additional altering the self-image, I think that it is very necessary to pause and take a break because for all of our lives, we've been building, constructing the self-image, and all of it is not bad. So many of these self-help or self-development type of instruments assume that individuals are living a horrible life and assume that individuals don't like anything about their lives. And this is not one of those. This is not something that I'm creating because I believe that you have a horrible, miserable life. It sucks and you want it to be over, because that is far from the truth. Everything that you are, everything that you've learned, whether you have the physical, materialistic things that you want right now or not, the whole part of who you are is resulting in the life that you have created. And whether you have the materialistic things, the house, the car, the bank account, the career, a lot of us have built other things. Other dimensions prosper when, some of the dimensions don't prosper. So maybe you're in a situation where you have a beautiful family. You have beautiful relationships. You have a beautiful community of people around you that love you and care about you. That is success. So at some point, before we start altering things, we have to appreciate what it is that we have that's good. We really have to appreciate all the good stuff real quick. Because we don't necessarily need to work on those things. We already have the momentum going in that direction. And if we have the momentum going in that direction, we can focus in that direction for good and positive energy in order to transmute it into the dimensions that lack that particular dream.
So when they say God didn't make no junk, you've done a good job thus far. You've excelled at something somewhere along the lines of your experience, and you're living life. By changing your self-image, we are only shifting your beliefs so that more of the things that you want can easily come to you in your life. But don't dog the things that are already going good. Don't look down upon the relationships that are already going good just because you're acquiring new knowledge. Don't hold your head too high because you found another way of doing these things and the people around you have not or will not adapt to that way. This is not what that's about. This is about exploring yourself, figuring out alternative ways to accept who you are, to grow and love who you are, and to move yourself to the next vibrational frequency, because there are untapped powers that you possess. And that is what altering your self-image is about. But start where you are. Appreciate where you are. And you do that just by calling out the little things. You do that just by looking around. You do that by, in the morning when you wake up, you smile. You know, I have another opportunity, another day to go at this thing. You do that by being in a good mood, appreciating. You do that by letting somebody get in front of you, holding the door open for somebody. You do that by saying good morning and really meaning it. You do that by complimenting somebody. It's saying, hey, I am in a place. I am in a good place. I'm in a place that I like. I like this part of my life. I enjoy this part of my life. And so therefore, I'm going to show that I enjoy this part of my life while altering other parts. Through all of my research, I've accepted that we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. And I refer to this as the husband and the wife. The husband is the dominant mind, aka conscious mind. The wife is the submissive mind, aka the subconscious mind. And the dominant mind collects all the worldly stuff. It also collects all the beliefs that them as a couple are going to, go by. And so all the beliefs that we have stored up in our dominant mind, all the beliefs that we have pretty much have formulated the life that we have, because the beliefs are taken by the submissive mind and they're multiplied and then they're distributed into our lives, right? And she only really goes after the things that we feel passionate about, that we have feelings about. So my thought is that when dealing with the self-image, there are a lot of beliefs that we have already about ourselves that are not active. Like, I was just sitting thinking about myself, and I feel like I am very, very wealthy. I feel like a 9-figure woman already. I believe that I'm supposed to be that 9-figure woman. I've always known that I was supposed to be bigger than life. But somehow I feel like that is not something that my submissive mind is working on. Why? Why? Because that thought is not active in my mind enough. Now, it is active in my mind. It's something that I think about quite often, but do I think about that every day? Do I think about that several times a day? Somehow, the beliefs that I have that already are great beliefs, wonderful beliefs, things that I would want to manifest in my world, they are great images of myself. I need to activate those more by talking about them, speaking about them, tapping into myself, making lists of those good self-image beliefs about myself so that I can have them active, so that my submissive mind can pick those up, multiply them, and distribute them into my world. Because again, I'm coming from the place today that all of me isn't bad. All of me isn't off course. There's some of me, most of me, that's wonderful, that's good, that's living the life that she wants to live, that's on the right path. So I want to start by utilizing what it is that I already have and accepting that I already have it and begin from there.
What about you? I know there are some manifestations that are floating around in your world that have been untapped, which means you haven't gotten some of the things that you want. Now, this is a good and bad thing. We can look at it two different ways. It's great for anticipation, but very detrimental when you continue to want something, but it doesn't come. It kind of makes you question yourself and who you are, and if you're going on the right path, if you're doing the right things, or do you need to switch something up? Well, I say, heck yes, you need to switch something up. And that is your focus. Remember, where your attention goes, your energy flows. And wherever your energy is flowing and your attention is flowing, that's the area where you're going to see your life progress, expand, and you're going to be able to recognize those manifestations. Just think about it. This is your high level conversation.
I hit my 10-minute point. I love you. I love you so much. I hope I put something in your ear that can essentially change your life, and you allow that to change your life so that it can change someone else's life. Not by you talking about it or even telling them about it, but by you living it and you being it. Namaste. I love you. I love you.